Hello, buddy. Welcome back to Tin Man's Core Channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and today I'm finishing off my Mr. Nightmare marathon for you guys. And the first video that I'll be reacting to is 7 disturbing videos captured on Ring doorbell cameras. So without further ado, I'm going to turn the lights off, move the camera up here for you guys, and let's get this reaction on the road and in the bag. Okay, everybody, here we go.
It's been a long year since I've done a Ring cameras video, and as it turns out, people are still creeps and a lot of new videos have surfaced. So let's look at them.
Oh yeah, that right there would creep me out. I'd be like, I think that's a crazy woman from an asylum.
This first video is a very real and grisly reminder that danger can be following you anywhere at any time, even to your front door.
Exactly.
It can be a lesson, especially for women, to be alert of your surroundings, especially before opening your front door.
Lady, right behind you. Get in your house quick. You see that? He's wearing a mask over his face at the doorbell camera, but when he leaves and that looks that direction, he just pulls it back up. That tells you he was up to no good. Probably planning on robbing her.
As you just saw, a mother holding her infant daughter unknowingly leads a man to her front door and was mere seconds away from him getting inside. As the man approaches the driveway, you can see him pulling up the mask over his face to conceal his identity, clearly with premeditated intentions. As the man walks up the driveway, the daughter takes notice to him as the mother is still completely oblivious to the approaching threat. Luckily, she makes it inside and shuts the door in time. She only realized what had just happened after looking through the terrifying Ring footage. The woman made a report to the police as soon as she saw the footage, and what the police said was disturbing. There had been a series of reports of a brutal and violent rapist in the area who had been targeting women and children. It's suspected that he and this man were the same person. No sane person leaves their house with a full face mask such as this one if they're not knowingly about to commit a serious crime and want to conceal their identity. The woman in the video just may have saved her and her child's life just by the skin of her teeth.
Yeah, she sure did, because you would think that, oh, he's probably just walking in there to probably rob her, but the whole rapist part did not even enter my mind. Cops told me there was somebody like that around there, I'd be shivering. Somebody comes near me with that type of intentions, oh, they're going to probably get a bat to the groin. I'm just saying. But yeah, that is disturbing. Man, I hope they do catch this guy.
If you're not convinced of just how often this kind of thing happens, here's a similar video. A young college-age looking girl is coming home, letting herself into her house. Not even 5 seconds after she enters the home, 2 large men step on the porch, and the one in front immediately tries to open the door.
Hurry up, get in. Where's they at? Oh, there they are. Yeah, they look like two bearded tough guys, all right. They weren't afraid to show their face on the camera.
Some people think the men looked genuinely confused and may have had the wrong house. However, the short window of time between the girl entering the house and the men stepping on the porch would have definitely allowed them to see the girl. You'd think anyone who just tries to open the door to a house surely must know they have the right house, or at the very least, know who lives in the house. It can also be argued that when the man turns to his friend behind him, he's making mention of the camera, and so he pretends to think he has the right house by sticking around and knocking, despite the obvious screams from the girl inside as she notices the men at the door. It seems they only run off after the girl starts screaming, "We're calling the police." So unlike the first video, there's no 100% proof of whether these guys had bad intentions or not. Whether they were trying to grab the girl, or if they genuinely had the wrong house is up for debate, as there's no further info on this video.
You know, at first I would be thinking, yeah, they got the wrong house, but then again, yeah, they waited 5 seconds to get on the porch by the time that she walked right in. Nah, they probably were planning on grabbing somebody around that area. You never know what these people will do nowadays. Yeah, you looking in the ring camera did not help at all. Kind of made you more guilty.
If it is the second one, still, everything about the men's actions was sketchy. In this video, on the other hand, what's going on couldn't be more clear. In the early morning hours on October 16th in Kent, Washington, a couple's seen returning home. The husband is seen unlocking the door, and seconds later, as the man's wife follows behind, she turns her head to a gun-wielding suspect chasing behind her. She acts quickly and runs inside, locking the front door. The suspect then spots the ring camera and hits it repeatedly with his gun, effectively breaking the device. It's at this time that you can notice a second man there as well. The couple spent their night at a casino, and for this reason, the wife believes the two men followed them home from the casino, hoping to rob them of any of their winnings. Fortunately, they made it inside safely. The suspect with the gun was identified by police as 18-year-old Al Hussein Drameh, and he was arrested on October 26th. He faced multiple charges, including burglary in the first degree, and he pleaded not guilty to all of them.
Not guilty my foot, because charging up at somebody's door thinking that you were still there winnings from the casino is guilty to me. Yeah, he just didn't want to face the facts that if you did a crime, you got to pay the time, basically. I'm glad the wife right there had the right idea to run when she saw him and bolt the door shut.
With this fourth video, we move to something a little more paranormal. This was caught on a TikToker named Nolan Brock's indoor ring security camera while he was sleeping on the couch. At 1:39 in the morning, he's awoken to the pantry doors opening and some kind of cracks or bangs coming from either inside the pantry or from the doors themselves.
Holy crap.
With the fan running, the thought of it being a draft wasn't out of the question per se. He ignored it and tried to go back to sleep. But 4 minutes later, at 1:43, this happened.
Seems like that ghost was trying to get his attention for something. Yeah, that would make my heart skip a beat if I heard something go bang in the kitchen.
One of the doors is aggressively yanked shut, and this officially removes any possibility of a draft being the cause of the doors moving. It's safe to assume he slept in his bed the rest of the night.
Hey, I wouldn't blame him. If that was happening, I'd be like, nope, I'm locking myself in my room. And I'll be thinking about putting like a padlock or something around them doors just so the ghost won't be able to open it.
This next video also comes from inside of a house instead of the front porch, and this one can play on one of the biggest fears of a lot of people, and that is someone lurking around your house as you sleep.
Oh, heck
Wichita,
no.
Kansas. A family's Ring cameras captured some terrifying video footage of a stranger standing directly over sleeping 15-year-old Anaya Robinson at around 2:30 a.m. on a Friday night. This was the footage captured.
You see, right then and there, if I had this live on like my phone, talking through the microphone on the camera, be like, "Hey, you! If you don't leave, I'm calling the cops." That would make them run. I know, because there ain't no reason for somebody you don't know to be in the house unless he's planning on robbing the place. But he's also a stalker or mentally ill too. You never know.
Anaya said once she opened her eyes, she felt like she was in a scene from a horror movie, seeing somebody sitting over her, watching her that she didn't know. Anaya rushed to her mother Angel's room, screaming there's somebody in the house. And after being jolted awake, Angel made sure her 2-year-old daughter and Anaya were safe in a room before calling the police. Wichita police responded quickly, but the intruder was already gone. It's likely the boy entered the house simply through the front door. Luckily, the Ring cameras clearly caught his face, and using this footage, the police acted on a tip and were able to arrest a 14-year-old boy whose name was not released. The boy faced aggravated burglary and theft charges.
14 years old. Are you kidding me? What was his motive? Was he planning on robbing the place when he got in? Or was he just being creepy and stalking the place out? You know what I mean? It's weird. He did the stupid thing in turning on the lights so the Ring camera can see his face better. I know that if he tried to hide in the house, the cops would have found him. But I'm glad that they were able to arrest him through a tip. That will teach you not to prowl around again.
In November 2021, a woman reported on Twitter that a creepy-looking man had been standing outside of her apartment almost every night for an entire month. She included a few of the videos caught by her Ring camera, and it shows the man creepily standing there for extended periods of time, facing her door. At certain points, he can be heard speaking. But what he says is impossible to hear. The woman resorted to posting this on Twitter after her complaints to the police apparently fell on deaf ears. It was a few days after her initial post that she posted an update stating that her friends and family confronted the man, which seemingly got him to stop. Additionally, the post going viral prompted her building security to do an additional routine throughout the night. I can't seem to find her Twitter profile anymore, so there don't appear to be any updates on the matter.
Okay, that is strange to look at right there. When you zoom in, it almost looks like he's smiling. I don't know what his attempt was, or just try to scare the crap out of her. But I'm glad that she was able to get her friends, the family, to get him to stop.
And in this last video, an El Paso resident's Ring camera catches what appears at first to be a woman in danger seeking help at their front door in the middle of the night. But this may be a much more sinister situation than that. At first, the woman appears to be in distress, possibly on the run from someone, crying and pleading for help. But things start getting suspicious when she hides anytime a car is approaching. Is she hiding from a specific person chasing after her? Or is she perhaps trying to not be seen from any passerbys?
I'd be wondering that myself. Be like, is she hiding from like a pimp or somebody? Like kidnapped her, maybe? I don't know. But the way she's acting, she might be high on something or had too much wine to drink or something because the way she was dressed, it almost looked like she was at a party and things went out of hand. That's what I'm getting off of this video.
After the neighbor's driveway light turns on, a car's headlights approach from the right, and she's seen casually walking away, presumably to get in that unseen car, perhaps because her driver was growing paranoid that too much attention was being drawn, so they needed to leave. Now you could say that's just a far-fetched theory of mine, but a month later, El Paso police arrested a woman who was charged with burglary of habitation. That woman was Krista Nicole Cordeau. The woman in the video looks identical to the woman in this mugshot. The charge this woman faced is defined as the act of entering any building illegally with the plan to do something serious, such as harming the owner, damaging property, or stealing. Suddenly, the prospect that this woman could have been trying to trick an unsuspecting person into opening their door doesn't seem so far-fetched. As always, keep your doors locked and be careful who you open them to.
Well, don't worry, I do that all the time because I ain't taking no chance of somebody just creeping up on me to rob me at gunpoint. Yeah, that is creepy. That the fact that you think that you're walking to your home safely and you didn't know that nobody was following you, or when you're at home asleep and somebody would just come out of nowhere in the middle of the night to like knock on your door, trying to lure you to the door to unlock it. These videos were spooky, I tell you. But anyway, that's going to be it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more Mr. Nightmare content like this. This has been another successful installment of the Tin Man Score channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor. I say that's a wrap, and have a nice day, y'all.